Hi guys, this is Michael. I'm strengths and kettlebell coach, kettlebell sport in particular. This is my passion. I've been doing this for the last maybe like 10 years, but who counts? And today I want to talk to you about the thing that is for me personally very painful, and the thing that I don't see very often happening. For me it's a waste of time, a valuable time of fitness professional, which is long-term programming. This is something that I've been doing for the last 5 years. This is something I've been teaching for the last 4 years, and trainers and coaches who studied under me have developed their own systems and opened their own boxes and clubs that run on these systems. And two things happening. First of all, they're free for program chasing, program designing, program stealing, from all the headache of variety and how am I competing with other clubs, how make my shit, stink more for people to come and make an interest. None of this happening. Why? Because when you have a system, it's like a product. Okay, your people will come to you, and believe me, you will deal none, okay, with renewals, because your community, your pack will stay with you exactly for the program design, the long-term process, the peace of mind, the security, okay, that I know what I'm going through, the progress that I can trace years before, where I started, where did I went. And when I fall in the basics, which is like my love, because all you have to do is no good 6 exercises, and you can live happily ever after, doing whatever you like, not worrying about anything. And everything else, the programming, the exercises are nice, but it's like spices. Okay, because if the meat is bad, the meat is bad. You won't cover it with, there is not enough pepper in the world to cover. But to make long story short, I want to show you something. This is what I've been teaching. This is how it goes. I will post the picture, okay, the first comment after the video. This is the breakdown of my facility. Now, let's take me as an example. I am training in the commercial gym. It's not mine, I'm not paying rent. So I got what I got. I didn't build. It's a very nice, about 70 meters, 60 meters box with a rig in the middle, some kettlebells and some barbells. Now we start from the macro cycle, the long-term process. Macro cycle is a goal. Who are you? What do you do? Now, me, for example, I'm dealing and I'm training basic human movements. I like take people that are broken, that was misled by unprofessional personal trainers, who lost their trust in the system, who want to start from scratch, who are injured or was injured. This is my type of guys, like of population. I love them, I care about them deeply and greatly. Elderly, young, men, women, regardless. The second thing I do, so this is the basic human movements. We do it with barbells, okay, the great tool that has been invented, and kettlebells. The second hat I have is a kettlebell sport coach, okay. So I take people and I build them for kettlebell sport competition. Now, I don't care about the places they take. I don't raise competitors. Competitors, this is something that are like they evolve independently and they suddenly sparkle, because you cannot take a man and say, hey, you are going to be the next GS champion, which is bullshit. You start to train a man and then you see that he has potential, and if he has the hunger to really go the programming. Now my dearest friend Levi, who is tagged in this video, will tell you the programming is tough because the sport is tough. Although the programming is smart, it takes out of you some stuff. So you are need to basically chase me and not me chasing you. So kettlebell sport, like triathlon, like running, like swimming, for the general population is a great way to sustain and maintain the well-being. So this is what I do. Now, after I decided my macro, this is like my goal, this is my box, this is my kingdom, this is my round, this is what I do, I take 1 year and I split it into how 12 months. This is what we have. We don't have 13 or 8 months, 12 months. This is an annual cycle. Now for me, and I live in Israel, we have 2 main events. I'm a part of the Israeli Kettlebell Sport Federation, one of the founders. So we have 2 events. We have Hanukkah Games. This is a holiday, which is basically like fun stuff. We do some classic kettlebell events and some non-traditional, like Turkish get-ups and one-arm relay races, one-arm jerk snatches, whatever. Okay, we really play, we have fun, because our goal is to expose the sport. So, December, this is the Hanukkah Games. On April, we have Israeli championship of kettlebell sport. So, this is how my year for my box looks like. By the end of the year, you see HG Hanukkah Games. I'm taking basically roughly 3 months to slowly begin to prepare the members. So I have the mesocycle of Hanukkah Games. By preparing, I mean we're going to do more kettlebell sport. Now, physiologically speaking, kettlebell sport is endurance sport. It's a cyclic sport, meaning that we are going to develop the aerobic and muscle endurance system, physiologically speaking, for 12 weeks. Since I have 3 sessions per week, 12 weeks times 3 sessions give me 36 steps. I don't call it workout, I don't call it session, because session is something that is standalone. I call it steps. I need to take the majority of people and within 36 steps to prepare them to participate in the Hanukkah Games. Now, among those people, there are more competitive and more professional athletes. Their programming varies a little bit, but not too much, okay, because they're going for the result. After 3 months, I have 1 month, basically January, of taper. This is the psychological and physiological deloading. Basically, I'm putting a vote and guys telling me, hey, you know what? Let's do just Metcons. Let's do just Tabatas. Let's do every other crazy fucking shit, forgive my French, that we don't do annually. Let's have some fun. Let's not program. Let's come to the box and you will like, let's do this and we'll do this. Great. It's only 1 month. It's 4 weeks times 3 sessions. I have 12 steps to have fun. And then basically we begin the preparation for the Israeli championship. Again, I have 3 months to condition them for the classic events. It gives me 12 weeks, 3 sessions, again 36 steps to prepare and progress my tribe to this event. After the Israeli championship is done, I have another 1 month of tapering. Now, unlike the previous months, this month is more subtle. We are going to put the kettlebells aside because there's a lateral movement, it's more of the pushing movement, it's more of the hinging movement, and we are going to slowly reconstruct and remember the basic barbell, the marvelous, basic, amazing barbell lifts, which is bench press, military press, deadlifts of some kinds, squats of some kinds, and maybe some variation of lunges, whatever. Okay? So, this month is like tapering. We are playing. Now, watch what I say carefully. We are playing with movement patterns. I'm not training anything. We are remembering. It's motor recovering, motor relearning, okay, motor patterning, re-establishing the base for the work to follow. And for the next, basically, I have 4 months, because next preparation start. I divided them by 2. I have 2 months that are devoted to strengths, meaning 5 reps and down, which gives me 8 weeks, yes, 2 months, 8 weeks, 3 times per week, 24 steps to do some, maybe 2-3 nice cycles of strengths, barbell strengths, maybe some kettlebell strengths, I don't know. And another 2 months, it's basically hyper strengths, which is the rep that goes higher. Now, I don't do bodybuilding because first of all, I don't have the facility. Second of all, it is not the agenda and this is not the goal of the microcycle. I'm not a bodybuilder. I couldn't care less about the physique. You keep your shit right in the kitchen, the physique will take care of itself, okay? It's a goddamn cliche, but it works amazingly. You will lift heavy enough, you will look good, okay? If you want to compete, you want to cut, this is something less, and this is beyond what I as a business have to offer. Okay, so hyper strengths, we are slowly begin to push for another kettlebell cycle. Okay, so more metcons will enter here. It will be resembling a little bit like CrossFit, okay, by the end of it. So this is how I do it. It repeats itself each and every year, so my head doesn't hurt. The moment this plan is ready, okay, and this is what is called a professional business plan, business structure. This is what is called a system, your personal system, because we didn't invent anything new from the ancient Greeks. Come on, people, wake up. We take the tools that were brought from the Soviet Union through the Germany to United States, and we use them wisely, because what works for professional athletes works for amateur athletes as well, perfectly. Now, the miraculous thing that I'm taking care of every physiological aspect. I have strengths, I have muscle endurance, I have aerobic endurance, obviously some flexibility and mobility are included. What else do you possibly want? Now, if I have a right coaches that I brought and can take care of the program and my tribe, basically I'm now free to travel the world and to give seminars as I do and teach other people to make some professional freedom, because I have my colleagues that are filled with work and they need to take a loan to get a vacation. Now this is wrong. We have families, we have children, and we are human beings that are supposed to, and like we do business to make money, to do good, okay? We are here to help people, okay? It's all like, it's obvious, okay? But other than this, we don't have to be slaves. Now, what you have here basically is the mesocycle structure, because mesocycle are subjected to the macrocycle, and for the mesocycle, basically this is the microcycles which I will build. Now, these small programs may vary. This is the variety that clients want and need. Obviously not every program is the same, and every year you do repeat the structure, but you never get bored. As a soccer player, as basketball, as the football player, as the MMA fighter who does almost the same thing, but none of them are pitching, oh, I'm bored, let's vary, let's do something else. No, because they have structure behind them, they know where they came for, and they know what are their tribe and what are their coach. Okay, so this is the basic structure with which I go in depth in my private online mentorship programs, or if you are willing and if you want, I'm more willing to come to you. Believe me, it's much easier for me to travel, okay, and I do it with great pleasure and joy, and to teach this stuff to you, to your staff, to your tribe, and to help you, first of all, gain independency, second of all, get your professional level very high, because believe me, from my personal experience, people who experience this type of programming, they stop seeking other gyms. They stop comparing prices, because it becomes irrelevant. When I have a system, when I have a house, I don't care about the price. You don't have to chase me for membership renewal. I have a program, and psychologically, when you give me the program, I will want to finish it. I can trace my progress, I can track my progress. Why the hell should I move? And me as a coach, once I do it, I'm basically free. I am free to do whatever I like, because let's face it, individually we maybe are different. Physiologically, we all the same, meaning that the same program will do for the most of the people with some minor customization. Because one, and this is happening in my box, guys are pulling 220 kilos deadlift, and women are pulling 60, 50, 40, and some guys working with broomsticks or empty bars. But it's again, it is still 5x2 or 5x3 or 8x4. It's the same program. Why do I want working more instead of working less? So with this being said, it is easy to reach me. I have, like, via mail, via messenger, like my Instagram and Facebook account. Please ask questions. Okay, if you want some other stuff for me to address, I will gladly do it in the following videos. If you want membership, mentorship, if you want me to come to you, okay, let's close the date and make this happen. Because usually when I come, I do also kettlebell and some nice movement and mobility games. So like, it's a nice package, but we can talk about it. This video is not about this. The video is about long-term programming and your professional and, in the future, financial freedom. So I'm Michael. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you took great value out of it. Keep in touch, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.